Hey, hey, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. Let's hang out. Or as my 95-year-old grandmother would say, let's get ready to rumble. Because she still watches wrestling, y'all. Isn't that funny? Hello from Tennessee. Good morning, good morning. We got 8 minutes, so I can still say good morning. Hey, hey, Elva and Bobby and Kathy. So I've gotten some questions on whether or not my Sennas could be used on the small board. Now, y'all know I rarely use this small board from Unique in the Creek, but I am going to today. So there's the back. You can see that I've loaded every set of holes. We are going to use this amazing Peacock mesh. Using a lolly petal, but just modified a little bit. I don't know if you're actually going to be able to see it once I get all the petals on here. So it may be a waste, but I wanted to try it. Okay. And then if you wanted to bring out more of the blue, you could pair it with the blue. Or if you wanted to bring out more of the green, you can keep it the green. Woohoo! So both of these, aren't these gorgeous? Both of these are available on my website. And you can see the Sennas kind of do change colors. You may not be able to see it here, but they do. So let's work on the small board. Hello, hello. If y'all float my boat, I'd appreciate it. These would even be amazing as the Peacock ribbon wreaths. You could do these two ribbons with either of those Sennas would be gorgeous. So if you wanted to do an all ribbon, it will work as well. So let's get that out of the way because we're not using that. We are just going to use the Peacock mesh. I forgot I left the other mesh in the kitchen. That's where I was folding those. So it's the green and blue. Yes, this is my favorite petal. So I saved 4 to do. Do you do all ribbon on those boards? You can. I've done quite a few. You can check out my website for sure, or my YouTube channel, where I've done tons of all ribbon just on these boards. Okay. So I did heat seal this because it is the heavily fold mesh. So you're going to have it curved side up. Okay, diamond shaped, serged edge, upper left, bottom right. We're going to bring this tip down. Match those two up. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to pull it down a little bit and scrunch right here in the middle. Now, normally for a lolly petal, we would just bring this up to the ceiling and walk it in. But this time I'm going to tweak it a little bit. And I'm taking this and I'm bringing it back. See how I'm doing that? I don't know why it looks so dark in here. Bringing it back and walking it in. And then when we start to cup it, it kind of gives us that little lip right there. Okay, same way here. I'm going to bring it back and walk it in. And then grab both sides, and we can kind of adjust it from here. Now, normally I make mine a little bit smaller, but we're going to make this one big, y'all. So, if you walk your hands down, see, this is where I would normally do it, but I'm going to bring it down to about right here, and we're going to make it even bigger. Okay? So, we're going to cut, let's see if these scissors will cut off some of that excess. I know, I love peacocks too. Good morning. I did heat seal this mesh. And then take your elastics and just band to the end. Just like that. Okay, so it kind of gives us that little lip right there that I was looking for. Now, like I said, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it once we put all of them on. But I wanted to try it to see if you would be able to see it. Let's get those centers out of our way. And let's bring our board up. And then we're going to put one of these in every set of holes. Hello, hello. So I'm taking it just to that next zip tie. And we will zip tie it in. Just like that. Now some of these I can tell I cut a little bit short, so I'm going based off the one next to it. So that we can try to keep them all the same. Hey, hey. Yep, this is the heavily fold mesh. Don't do that. I kind of knew something like that was going to happen. Leave it to me, right? Hello, hello. Just tighten that bad boy down. Oh my God, this is going to be so pretty, y'all. Kind of making sure I get them side by side. It's the modified lolly petal. I know, I love this mesh. It is so pretty. And you can do, you know, if you want to add more of the blue, like you could do a row of this and then a row of that blue, and it will bring more of the blue out in this two-toned mesh. But I wanted to show y'all that these can be done on the small board. Otherwise, I would have done it on the large board. Because I'm a go big or go home girl, right? It's your favorite petal? Two. There, Dana just shared the all ribbon flower link. You like the bigger ones as well? I do too. But sometimes you just have to show people that things can be done on the small board as well. The lollipop on steroids. Hey, hey. Let me save that one. I cut that one way too short. We'll save that one for the inside. Second time catching me live. Well, I'm glad I didn't scare you off the first time. Snow. My fingers aren't working today, y'all. Now, Lori from Unique in the Creek has the ombre set for the Peacock. So it comes with the blue, green, the green, and the blue, I believe. So if you want the Peacock set, I looked for it so that I could show you what it looked like. But then I forgot about it. So it's kind of like the blue, the green, and then a blue-green, I believe. Which would be perfect for this because you could just mix and mingle all of those onto here and it would be amazing. Yay, Jennifer. I'm glad you're here. Just waiting for UPS. Isn't that the story of our lives? Always waiting for our deliveries. Alright, 2 more on this row and then I'll show the petal again. And if they're not staying the way you want them, you can put a tad bit of glue in there and make sure they stay where you want them, kind of button up next to each other. but I'll usually go through at the end and worry about all of that. I don't care too much about it right now because I'm just going to keep messing with it. All right, let me show that petal again. Okay, so 10 by 10. Let me get my sleeves out of the way. I'm getting ready to snag it. Okay, curl side up. Serged edge, upper left, bottom right. Bring your top to the bottom. Okay, and I pull down and pinch right there in the middle. Yes, you should, Dana. There are only 2 kits, and this isn't it. No, this one's not a kit. I was saying Unique in the Creek has the ombre mesh set. Okay. Now for the lolly, normally we would take it up. This time I'm going to kind of grab it and take it down and bring it around. Same thing, down, bring it around. Well, good morning, sunshine. And then you can kind of mess with it from here. Just cut that tip off. Or you can leave it on, it really doesn't matter. And you can either put it right in the board like this, or if you were prepping and then putting them all in at once, you can clip it or band it, whichever way you want. Just like that. But like I said, I won't know till I get these petals on that next row to see if you're even going to see that little flip. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. And you're not going to see it, so don't. And that one looks kind of wonky anyway. Let's fix that one. You might be able to see it once we get to the center. Thanks for the stars. Good morning from Vegas. Oh, you're on your way to Vegas. Well, you spend way too much time in Vegas, girlfriend. I'm going to have to join you one day. And then throw it to the side. I'll fix it after we get this row done. I'll have to fix it because I need that petal, I believe. You're sitting in the pool. What? Do I spray anything? Nope, I don't spray my wreaths. I sure don't. This is an ombre blue and green. That I think I got this from Craft Outlet. We always go to Vegas. All right, so there's where we're at so far. Oh my God, that is going to be so pretty, y'all. I always heat seal all heavily fold mesh. And then the only time I seal it is if you're going to see the cut edge. This one I would not heat seal typically because you don't see the cut edge. But because it's the heavily fold mesh, I did it anyway. Nope, just one roll. Okay, so 10 by 10, curl side up. Bring your edge down. Kind of pull it. Pinch your middle. Okay. And then we're going to take it and kind of curve it down. And walk it to the middle. Curl it down. Ooh, that wind's kicking again. And walk it to the middle. And then kind of bring that scoop up. Okay. Now I am just going to cut this off and I'm just going to put it right on the board. Which is what I would typically do if I was just in here working. I don't normally prep all of them and then put it on. We are okay. Look, the stalker's going to come stalk you down, Regina. See if I can bring that in just a little bit. A little bit better. She's like, come stalk me. Sunny. It's sunny here too. It's just really windy. You're running out of room. Hello, hello. All right, 2 more. On this row anyway. One, two, three. Okay, I do have enough. I always seem to lose one piece, and it's usually either on the floor or it falls in the kitchen. All right, one more row to do, y'all. Look how pretty that is. Yes. Let's get this box out of the way. And let's scoot this one. Let's do this petal. I know, I got to fix the wonky one. Gotta fix it. Now, normally, if I'm using this type of mesh, I will cut it and let it sit overnight under something heavy so it's easier to work with. But I just cut it like at 6:30 this morning. So, where did I get the bunny? On my bicycle wreath? monkeyscreations.com. It is on my website. Just cup it, kind of play with it. Most of the time it'll do what you want it to do. Most of the time. Not always. That's the one we have to fix. No, he was already up and getting ready to go to work. All right, let's fix this one. Let me just snip that band. Let's see if we can get it to do what we want it to do this time. There we go. Now it looks like we may have to add 4 more petals, but let's get our senna in there. I always forget these petal wreaths, you usually have to do the shared as well. But there's what it would look like. Oh my God, look how pretty that is. But we do have to do those 4. So let me, actually I think I'm going to grab this blue. Yeah, I'm going to use this blue. But I think that blue will give it a nice contrast up against that green. So let's just cut 4 more pieces. Now I'm not going to heat seal it, I'm just going to cut it so you guys can see that it does work. Just cutting it. But now you snort. I don't snore, but I hear I make noises. Or I'll kind of hum in my sleep. I don't know. All right, so let's do 4. I know, I think this blue will make it pop. So bring it down. I don't know where that red piece came from. So if you're just doing the regular sunflower, I would have had enough on that board. But because I'm doing a smaller petal that doesn't cover as much, that's why I'm having to go back and do this. Okay. And it is a different mesh, so all meshes, you know, they do their own thing. So what one mesh does, the other may not do. Oh, I forgot I didn't load the zip ties. Nope, I still here. You yell at people. I've been known to do that too. All right, let's grab 4 more. All right, get these 2 out of our way. You talk, moan, and breathe heavy. Oh, what's you doing in your sleep? You waiting for me to finish? So who can tell me? I don't know if this is an older board. Do the new small boards come with a set of holes like the big one? Who can answer that? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, that blue is perfect, y'all. Oh, it's going to make it really pop. No, they don't? Okay. I wasn't sure because I usually don't buy these. But I had a few and I wasn't sure if it changed. This over there. No, okay. My scissors away, but I still need them. Good thing that wasn't a knife because that landed right on my foot. New small boards have extra holes. Oh, in row 2. Okay, so no center hole. All right, 2 more. 2 more, 2 more. How's my, he's good. He's good, he's good. Getting ready to test for his next belt this weekend. And always complaining that the pigs stink. I'm like, clean the cage. I'm not the only one that lives here. But he's good. Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about bringing that down. Just do your regular lolly because you really can't even see that extra little fold I wanted you to see. Oh gosh, they stink. And y'all, the girl is getting bigger and bigger. So I think we're definitely having baby pigs. All right, so that worked really well. Now, y'all remember, on some of these petals that tend to go up, you are still going to see the board down in those. All right, don't get hung up on it, because when you lay it flat the way it's supposed to be seen, you're not going to see them, okay? So, yes, you can, when you're lit at an angle, see the board. Don't worry about it, okay? They generally have 2 to 4 from what I've heard. Yeah. And we paid $168 a piece for them things. So I'm selling them babies. I'm gonna get my money back. Oh my God. Guinea pigs. Thanks for the stars. I appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, if you want to bring out more of the blue, look how gorgeous that is. Or if you want to bring out more of the green, that one is just as pretty. Give one with every order. But I'm going with the blue because the blue is my fave. So on the small boards, you don't get those center holes. Y'all just use the holes to the side. Same thing. Okay. So take the pipe cleaner and just put it through any 2 holes. Right? That blue just makes it pop, doesn't it? Yep, this one will fit between 2 doors. Okay, and then we kind of do the back just like this. And then pop this. Once I'm done, we'll pop right back into that hole. Okay? And you can even kind of spread out that base. Oh my gosh, this is pretty, y'all. Bring that one that way. And there you go. Look how pretty that is. Now I do have to fix a couple of these petals, but they will all sit side by side. When we're done. And if you wanted, you can even add another petal in between here. If you wanted to bring some more of that blue in, that would be really pretty. And I actually may do that. I don't want to take up y'all's time. But otherwise, because this gap right here is bugging me. Is it bugging y'all? And you can see one all the way around. So I may go back and add another blue petal right in between there. But we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. All right, so at least one roll. Now, like I said, if you do the small boards, you're still going to use a whole roll of mesh at least. Now, because these petals are a little bit smaller, it doesn't cover the board like your regular sunflower petal. So you may have to add a little bit more to it, especially with the senna. The sunflower sennas will cover it, or the sunflower petal, but some of these smaller petals will not. So you definitely need to fill in and use the shared holes on that senna. Okay, so there it is. So you can find these sennas at monkeyscreations.com. There's the blue, and here is the green. What color blue? I have no idea. It was already an opened roll. No idea. Probably a royal blue. No, royal blue is probably a little bit lighter. A navy blue, maybe. All right. That's all I got for y'all. What is today? Today's Wednesday. So I may be live tomorrow. We'll see. I have some doctor's appointments again. It's killer going to the doctor because then they just keep finding things wrong, y'all. And I got to keep going back. What the heck? All right. Y'all have an awesome day, and hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.